What is up? This is another video on the topic of doing OLL parity before last slot as a way to influence things. This is going to be mostly helpful to VLS users, but it can also be pretty good for non-VLS users as well, so stick around, of course. Anyway, so you're on last pair, and you've counted your edges, and you know after inserting you're going to get OLL parity like this. But if you want to set up VLS, there's a few things you could do. So if you have the pair over here like this, you know, you now have front left VLS instead of front right, so less likely to use VLS, even less likely to have a good algorithm in your memory bank. What you can do is you can just flip this pair using OLL parity like so, and now you have a VLS case you will be familiar with. Now, alternatively, let's, how do I want to set this up? That did not work. Whatever, that works, and let's just do OLL parity with this. Now, another thing you can do, let's say you have this, and you want to give yourself VLS, but you don't want to give yourself front left slot, and you don't want to give yourself a dot. So flipping this is kind of a lateral move. What you could do is you could flip this edge here instead, and it's only going to affect this group of pieces, so this whole back line is safe. So you can do OLL parity from here, and then you have a much nicer VLS case, generally speaking. So those are two ways you can apply OLL parity to a built pair on your last slot. And I think for VLS users it can be really good because one, you can turn front left cases into front right cases, and two, you can turn dot cases into not dot cases. And of course if you have all your edges, let's say, just as a final example, let's just say you have, actually no, we'll do this. So let's say you have this, and actually, I can't make my fucking mind up. Let's say you have this. We'll say you have this slot. You have two options. You could either give yourself front left winter variation, which is typically pretty good because it's winter variation, and worst case scenario you just force like a ZBLL. This is actually a good case, so I would probably do something like that. And another pretty reasonable option is just doing the thing I mentioned before, and then giving yourself VLS. This would be mostly good if you're not a ZBLL type, or a ZBLL user I should say. That's it, that's the tip. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one.